Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Stoop Kid. Today we're going to be reacting to another death battle, and it's going to be another good one. It's going to be Giorno versus Giovanna versus Joker. So I don't really know too much about Joker. I never really got too much into the Persona games. But if you guys are interested in me trying them out, let me know down below, and I'll take a look into some of the games, which one I can get my hands on. But for now, though, we're gonna get right into the video. And also, don't forget, let me know who you think is gonna win. I haven't touched this at all yet, but off how much I know off JoJo's, I think Giorno got this in the bag, especially if they give him full Requiem. But let's see how it goes. Here we go.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Joker versus Giorno.
The Phantom Thief of Hearts and JoJo's Golden Gangstar.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
I wonder, are they gonna allow him to see his stand? Because when they did whatchamacallit, Jotaro versus Fist of the North Star dude, he wasn't able to see his stand. The only reason he was slightly able to see him was because of the dust or some shit like that. So only they're gonna remember the rules.
Weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Ren Amamiya wasn't prepared for this to happen. When he witnessed an innocent woman being harassed and stepped in, he had no idea her assailant was one of Japan's most prominent politicians.
Poor Ren was forced to leave town, lose friends, and transfer to
Ren Amamiya and the alias Akira Kurosu Senpai Joker, age 17, occupation coffee barista for assistant student and Phantom Thief. Likes older woman, cats, hamburgers, dislikes corrupt adults, chalk, jail cells. Spent 10 years in spin-off hell. What does that mean?
Shujin Academy. There's definitely more fun ways to ruin your life.
But his run-ins with corrupt authority figures was only just beginning.
One might call it a theme. And it wouldn't just be dealing with your garden variety scumbag gym teachers. Ren and his new friends found themselves in a whole new world. The Metaverse! Oh, that's scary. Yeah, that one.
Derived from the works of Carl Jung, this collective unconscious is like an alternate reality formed from the amalgamated thoughts and feelings of mankind. What humans believe, or even what they fear, directly shapes it.
And inside this crazy mental realm, those who have been corrupted by power and abused the weak have become evil superpowers, just like how they're viewed by many of their victims in the real world. Victims like Ren and his friends, Ryuji, An, Makoto, Pancakes, and the Animal.
They may have been helpless against crushing institutional might in the real world, but in the metaverse, they had a way to fight back. Personas.
As part of the summoner's inner self, personas can become incredibly powerful spirits.
By using their personas,
I always saw the JoJo-esque of Persona, so maybe I will get into this. I always love the idea of a manifestation of like your psychic power or whatever and making it into like a whole new being. That's why I was like really big into JoJo once I got into it.
to battle their foes in the metaverse and steal their hearts, the source of their moral corruption, Ren and company could cause such foes to repent in the real world. So the friends formed a band called the Phantom Thieves, with Ren as their leader, codenamed Joker.
And Joker's first persona was the awesome Arsene.
With razor-sharp claws and the ability to curse enemies with dark energy, Arsene was an excellent persona to start with.
But Joker's a wild card. Literally, he can cast
Persona, Arsene, Jack Frost, Yoshitsune, Pixie, etc. Ultimate personas: Alice, Lucifer, Odin, Metatron, Sentinel, Velvet Room, Physical Gun, Elemental, Nuke, Holy, and Dark skills. Healing, Ailment, Buff, Debuff spells, Shield and Barrier spells, Almighty skills, Bypass and any defense. Oh wow, he sounds kind of busted. wild card, social maybe I should get back on. I kind of feel like I kind of miss Smash Bros. Social confidence, I think. Summoning multiple personas. Will of rebellion, unshaken will.
Capture as many personas as he wants. He's gotta catch them all, because they each have their own crazy powers. From shooting fire, ice, and lightning, to dishing out status effects, healing, and resistances, to lobbing actual nukes at the baddies.
So Joker can fight with manifestations of deities like Beelzebub, Odin, and Jesus Christ.
Wow, he looks way different than in the paintings I've seen. Wait, did you know that a persona is connected to their user's own stamina? So when a persona is shattered, even though it's not like dead, it does rattle the user pretty badly.
Well, without his personas, Joker can still rely on his guns, grappling hooks, smoke bombs, etc.
Might not sound like much compared to summoning actual Satan, but in the metaverse, perception is reality. No, really, it actually works like that.
Daggers, experimental drugs, what? Grappling hook, metaverse navigator, model gun, soma, thieves tools, and omnipotent orb. Omnipotent.
In the real world, Joker's gun is only a prop. However, with Joker's reputation in the metaverse, this prop becomes a god killer. As the Phantom Thieves' reputation increased, so did their power, simply because that's how they were perceived.
Kinda like how personas are empowered by the social links Joker possesses with his friends.
So his power is determined on how they're perceived. So then, if he fights anyone out of his verse, wouldn't that make him a lot weaker in comparison to who he's fighting? Unless they perceive them to be strong. Right, guys? I wonder how that works.
Yes? Well, guess there's no point to us hanging out anymore. Later, loser, I'm gonna go do untested pharmaceuticals and date my teacher.
Oh. Wait, date your what? Ahem. Over the course of his adventures leading the Phantom Thieves, Joker's bonds made him as powerful as the gods he commands.
What?
He can dodge Lucifer's morning star,
He
which summons an
date
energy beam that
his
travels
teacher.
several light years
That's
in
crazy.
seconds, millions of times faster than light.
Or survive a cheeseburger that exploded big enough to
Shit,
eclipse a
Lord.
nebula. Talk about having stomach problems. No.
Dodge lasers and star crossing beams. Knocked her on a piggy bank weighing over 62,000 tons. Tanked the nebula size big bang. But does this only apply in the metaverse? So wouldn't this like be kind of irrelevant for like if he's actually fighting in like real world, unless they're able to like apply their personas in the real world like scenarios. Fought on equal ground with Yu Narukami. Survived the Valentine Day massacre. Defeated Yalda Bao, Gilgamesh, Anil, Maruki, and Samuel.
No wonder Joker can face off against opponents that can reshape all of reality.
Like Maruki, who used the metaverse to rewrite all of reality to fit his desires.
Or Yaldabaoth, who merged the real world and metaverse together.
It was in this battle with Yaldabaoth that Joker upgraded Arsene to create Satanael, the biblical angel of vengeance.
With a big-ass gun, perceive this reality, bitch!
Its primary attack, Sinful Shell, is imbued with what is known as almighty energy, which can bypass any defense, even that from the omnipotent orb, which can explicitly rewrite reality.
Yes, very good. Big-ass gun whiz!
And with a shot heard around the world, Joker and his friends prove that you're never too young to change society for the better, no matter how arduous the forces against you may be.
If the man is keeping you down, just call up the Phantom Thieves to put them in their place. They'll never see it coming. Leaving horse heads in your enemy's bed or squeezing their head in a vice till they pop. Giorno wanted to be a different kind of gangster.
A more progressive, metrosexual kind of mob boss.
A gang star.
A
Shy,
gang
withdrawn
star.
boy on the streets of Naples, Giorno's life changed the day he saved a wounded mobster. In return, he was rewarded with future protection from abuse and isolation. This act of reciprocal kindness convinced Giorno of the value of the mob as a social organization, if only it was commanded by the right person.
Someone like Giorno. All he had to do was take control of the Neapolitan Mafia, Passione, and their army of superpowers.
Occupation boss of Passione. Likes octopus salad, gangsters, epic piano, dislikes drugs, courage, and pointless things. Biological son of Dio Brando and Jonathan Joestar. Technically, it would be Jonathan's more than Dio's because it's his body, but I don't know how that works. Because the fact that he ended up looking like Dio, like with the hair and stuff. Can't fold his ear into his head. Neat trick. Oh, can.
Powered assassins. Ambitious? Maybe. But hey, he's the bastard son of the insane vampire douche lord himself, Dio Brando,
who conceived Giorno while possessing the body of his arch enemy, Jonathan Joestar. This technically makes Giorno both a Brando and a Jojo.
Hence the name, Jojo. Get it?
Well, he didn't just inherit the name, but also the Joestar bloodline's power. Giorno possesses a stand, gold experience.
Stands are invisible, intangible, punchy ghosts that protect their user and come with incredible superpowers, like stopping time, making fiction into reality,
manifestation of their life force and psychic energy.
Or cooking Italian food. God damn, give me that one.
And Giorno's gold experience has perhaps the greatest potential of any stand in the series.
Damage reflection, healing, replacing missing body parts, can create vaccines for deadly poisons, intangibility, life creation, creates any plant or animal life shot, overload the target's senses.
Few inanimate objects with golden life energy,
turning them into any plant or animal in an instant and back again. Giorno uses this with maximum creativity, like disguising a gun as a banana so you accidentally blow your own brains out. A gorilla's worst nightmare.
Giorno is, frankly, a super genius when it comes to gold experience's abilities.
Like transforming bullets into flesh to heal the very wounds they made, or changing a brick into a snake that can detect body heat and find a hidden enemy, or turning his teeth into a special kind of jellyfish that filters out the toxins in the piss he was drinking. I thought I was the only one who did that.
Should the object Giorno gives life to be a part of a greater whole, like turning a tooth into a fly, it will attempt to return to its original source.
Not only that, any damage Giorno's creations receive will be reflected onto the opponent.
Giorno can even imbue living things with this same energy. This supercharges the target's consciousness, causing them to outpace their physical body, and leaving them totally helpless to counterattack.
It might seem like you got 10 times faster, but you're actually experiencing time at a way slower rate while your body is stuck in the same position. Imagine a Muda to the nuts felt for 20 straight seconds. Forget about it.
Especially when you're hitting as hard as Gold Experience. According to the Jojo Veller art book written by the mangaka himself, Gold Experience has a speed rating of A, putting him in the same league as stands like Star Platinum and Silver Chariot, which are faster than light.
And although his strength stat is only a C, he can still shatter cars like glass and keep up with A-string stands like Sticky Fingers. Perfect for a merciless stand rush that lasts 7 pages long. Daddy Dio must be so proud.
With Gold Experience at his side, Giorno joined Passione and rose to challenge its reclusive leader, Diavolo.
Wait. Diavolo? You're telling me that Giorno, the son of God, battles the devil, just like Jesus, whose full biblical name is Yeshua, or Joshua, Ben Joseph, Joshua Joseph Jojo.
We're moving on. Diavolo's goal was to get his hands on a stand arrow. And when a stand is pierced by a stand arrow, it evolves.
So, Joe got it first and transformed Gold Experience into the most broken thing in anime. Gold Experience Requiem.
Requiem stands change the rules entirely. It's almost like they elevate your stand beyond the need for combat. Gold Experience Requiem can, in short, negate any action taken against it and return it to a state of 0, shifting reality.
Flight, enhanced life beams, reduce any action or effect to 0, nullifies willpower, acts independent of time, acts independent of Giorno's command, can strike targets into infinite loop.
Back to square one.
Let's say I woke up this morning, got myself a gun, and fired it at Giorno. With Gold Experience Requiem, no matter how accurate I am, the shot will always miss because I never fired my gun.
That is Return to Zero, and also a horrific example of gun safety. This applies to any attack made against Requiem, including from Diavolo's stand King Crimson, which can infamously skip time, erasing the universe for 10 seconds. And Requiem negated that.
It undid time being erased, while time was already erased, which meant there was no time to unerase the erased time, and
That's right, Boomstick. Requiem's ability acts independently of time itself. Sound crazy? Well, Requiem can counter the stand Made in Heaven, which can accelerate time across the whole universe into infinity. So that kind of range of Requiem's ability is actually consistent.
it also reduces your willpower to 0, so you can't even fight back.
Even your death can be returned to 0. After pummeling
Yeah.
Diavolo into he is actually
He's
consistent.
busted like crazy stand. I would love to
That's
see more
right,
Requiem
Boomstick. Requiem's
stands.
ability acts independently of time, the whole universe.
Billy. Physics has proven that there is a special relationship between gravity and time. For example, the stronger the gravitational power, the slower time moves. It is impossible to explain this phenomenon in great detail, but Stairway to Heaven stand ability utilizes the gravitational power of the Earth and the Moon, basically the whole universe, to increase the speed of time. No living organism is able to keep up. The only one who can move freely within it is Poochie, and essentially God himself. Oh. Wow. Oh, that's a little annoying, because then, like, how do you fight him? Speed infinite. Wow. Dang. Strength B? Oh, wow.
Into infinity. So that kind of range of Requiem's ability is actually consistent.
It also reduces your willpower to 0, so you can't even fight back.
Even your
It also reduces your willpower to 0.
Destructive stand name, go experience Requiem, Giorno, Giorno. Destructive force none, speed none, range none, precision none, permanence none. Oh my, what? The stand power that manifests when a stand was pierced with the arrow. The strength of the attacker's will and action will be reverted to 0. Those who are struck by this power will have even their deaths reverted to 0, and thus continuously die an infinite number of times. Wow.
0, so you can't even fight back.
Even your death can be returned to 0. After pummeling Diavolo into pulp, Requiem prevented him from dying, forcing him to relive the experience of being killed over and over in a
According to the stand profile, merely being struck by Requiem would induce this.
series of never-ending alternate universes for eternity.
So all he needs to do to win the fight is just hit him one time with Requiem.
Just when you thought you were out, Requiem pulls you back in. The second you hear that piano start playing,
Become the boss of
run.
Passion, start the helicopter with life creation, started having parts of his face removed on par faster than light stands, negated the universe spamming time deletion, defeated Black Sabbath, Babyface, White Album, Chocolate and Diablo.
So Giorno took control of Passione and turned it into the peacekeeping social organization he always dreamed about.
With its streets free of drugs, Italy's youth could rest easy. Their hopes and dreams could be carried into the future on a golden wind. Vento Aureo!
Golden wind.
Wiz, you gotta play that mobile game with all the superheroes and the cool art.
Oh, are you talking about Marvel Snap?
Yeah, that one, the card collecting game.
It's more than that. Marvel Snap is a fast-paced dueling card game, like really fast.
Both the cards and the locations you play them in have unique abilities that change the course of a
I'll let this play because I kind of like the game. I play not that much anymore, but
match,
I'll let it play a
making
little
it
bit.
a real head-to-head battle.
And it's easy and quick to get into. I was kind of worried I'd have to spend too much time learning different cards and rules, but no, it's actually really intuitive.
And look at that 3D art, so cool! There's hundreds of cards and thousands of art variants, and they add new cards each week. Plus, they just opened something all new, the Vault, with all kinds of exclusive goodies.
Sure, but hang on, this guy I'm playing against right now is really tough.
That's because it's me, loser!
Oh, shucks.
Download the Marvel Snap app now, available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam.
Or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Gold experience.
Go, are set!
Giorno Giovanna.
So no like actual introduction. They just both pull up on each other like this. A little odd, but all right.
Your heart is twisted. It is ours to take.
That's a little odd to say. He doesn't. If we're going off that, that means he knows of him a little bit in this fight. So why would he say that? That don't make too much sense. But it is what it is.
Shoki Phantasma. My dreams aren't yours to take.
Persona! He'll never see it coming. Checkmate.
So Mario's acting like he can see his persona. Well, not his persona, his stand, because he did this with JoJo versus North Star. He couldn't see his stand unless he like put dust in the air so he could help him see it. So they're already forgetting that when they mentioned it, and when they mentioned that themselves, like that would be a massive advantage if you can't see what you're fighting. And hold on, didn't they say if you like whatever his persona feels, they will feel that, right? So why all he has to do is just hit his persona with Requiem now? I don't think he would really do something like that, but I mean, you know, a little nitpicky, I guess.
Impossible. A second stand. You never took the time to understand my gold experience. All objects given life by gold experience desire to return home.
His persona creates life. I've got to nullify that. Jack Frost! Ice Age!
Oh, that looked tough.
Jack Frost! Ice Age! Ice Age! Ice Age!
This Shoko Phantasma is justice. This is Requiem.
I have a feeling they're gonna pull out some shit because this like they barely went through half his powers, but we'll see. I think they're gonna make Joker win. Was that the SpongeBob thing? Yeah, look, they made him look like Hansel Squidward.
Joker?
Won't allow it! Joker!
Keep fighting! You can do it! Snap
you
out of
die
it!
now,
Joker!
Joker's got it!
Kill you again myself.
Satanaya!
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't hear me before.
Wait, dude.
Checkmate.
Explain, please.
KO! Giorno never had the makings of a varsity death battle winner.
This was an absolutely fascinating matchup and far from an easy call.
Joker versus Base Gold Experience wasn't close though.
Sure, Giorno's powers threw Joker for a loop, but Joker and his personas were millions of times faster and could take on universe busters.
And there was no doubt Joker could see Giorno's stand, considering he could spot similar beings like Shadows.
Shadows and now they want to talk about. They always wait till the last minute. Shadow and demons share many attributes with stands. Many are invisible to those without spiritual awareness or invulnerable to conventional attack. Joker Third Eye can also detect entities like stands.
Stand, considering he could spot similar beings like Shadows.
Add in the versatility of Joker's hundreds of personas, and Giorno could get quickly overwhelmed.
But that's where Requiem came in, and the game changed.
With its ability to nullify any action taken against it, even ones that can affect entire universes, Joker's regular arsenal was rendered moot.
Remember, Requiem could act independently of time, so Joker wouldn't be able to avoid Requiem's ability. He'd have to beat it outright.
Take when the Phantom Thieves faced Maruki. The group couldn't resist the reality warping effects of his powers. He even had an ability that nullified actions against him, similar to Gold Experience Requiem.
But Joker still had an ace up his sleeve. While Requiem can reduce your willpower to 0, Joker's social links were able to recharge him.
And finally, we have Joker's almighty attacks, which could bypass reality warping defenses like the Omnipotent Orb. The perfect counter for Requiem.
And this is actually backed up in JoJo. While Requiem only has one
Fate is not unbeatable in JoJo. It has been altered by abilities like soft and wet, go beyond and made in heaven. Almighty magic achieves a similar effect.
appearance in the manga, it did show up in the game Eyes of Heaven.
There, it faced off against the World Over Heaven, which can overwrite reality to overpower any attack, including Requiem's return to 0. That meant an almighty attack that can bypass reality.
Stronger, faster than Gold Experience, Almighty Magic bypasses Gerd. More versatile options, social confidence, and wild card powers or counter willpower negation. But wouldn't that social link thing be like outside outside assistance? Can that be considered like outside assistance to the battle? Because that only comes into play if they're saying this correctly, if people are like believing in them and whatever else like that. But that kind of sounds like Spirit Bomb in a way to me, but I digress. I'm not that mad over the outcome because they both were pretty stacked, almost pretty equally stacked. Less experience cannot defend against almighty skills.
Reality warping would have the same effect, giving Joker the option he needed to land a killing blow against Requiem's perfect defense.
Dio is such a dick, he literally ruined his own son's death battle.
Giorno was brilliant, but Joker had the versatility, experience, and almighty power for the final blow.
Giorno missed his golden opportunity and had a shell of a time. Hey, Wiz, hear what I said? I said Giorno missed his golden opportunity and he had a shell of a time.
The winner is Joker.
Next time on Death Battle.
Let me see. Eggman versus Browser. Okay, that looks like a fun one. Looks like that one's gonna be fun. So that will be all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Death Battle. Let me know what you thought about it down below. I was very surprised of the outcome, but not too upset about it. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace. Have a good one. See you next time.